Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule is for you to always verify whatever it is you learn, whether it's on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule of life. And you know, oftentimes people, they come by and they ask questions, and sometimes they make remarks and they say what they heard here and heard there. And I always ask for factual evidence, and rarely do people provide factual evidence. So it's always important to be able to verify whatever it is you learn. I don't care if it's here at this Water Your Soil channel. Just make sure you verify it. You don't want to be that person who goes around on hearsay and you just spreading information that you don't know whether or not it's true or false. You don't want to do that. But getting into the article. This article that I came across is honestly mind-blowing. Now, the article was released in August. It's September right now, of course. But it's still new, and I'm going to share it with my subscribers because it's something that I haven't talked about on here. And the information that was provided in this article is mind-blowing to me. And it's in relation to Time magazine. And they released the article in August, and it was in regards to credit scores and how it determines someone's livelihood and someone's life expectancy. Now, I know some of you're probably like, what? Credit scores can't determine that. But it was an interesting study that was done. And since this is the news and it's related to credit scores, I'm going to share it here on this channel because, as you know, this channel covers credit scores and credit cards. But before I get into the article, I would like to say, oftentimes people come by this channel and they say thank you for me making these videos and state that I helped them out. And I appreciate all of that. I want you all to know, whenever you come across content creators on YouTube, know a lot goes into those videos, whether it's the recording part or the editing, or it's the thumbnails, or whatever it may be. Every creator is different, so every creator is going to have a different time frame what it takes to actually put their videos through for you to view and for you to see. However, I want to put you all in the mindset of a creator, and when we ask you all to hit the like button, just know the reason why we're asking you that is, number one, for you to support the content. Number two, the algorithm is basically controlled by things such as the likes and how long someone watches videos and things like that. So it's important, if you support a content creator, whoever it may be, whether it's me or anyone, make sure that you are at least hitting the like button and you are at least leaving a comment just to show support or to leave your opinion, whatever it may be. But it's important for you to support your favorite content creator. But I'm going to dive right into the article. It's a 5-minute read. I'm not going to read the whole thing. The link to the full article will be in the description box, so be looking for it below. But I'm going to read the important pieces and summarize it. So let's get right into it. The article reads, focusing on improving credit scores can lift people up across America. And it's a 5-minute read. This article came out August 14th, 2024 with Time magazine. It says, in America, where you can determine how long you live, and the disparity in life expectancy is not solely about access to healthcare or education. It's intricately tied to something less obvious but profoundly impactful: your neighborhood's average credit score. According to research from Operation Hope, people in neighborhoods with an average credit score of 700 or higher can live 10 to 20 years longer than those in the areas where the average credit score is around 580. This stark difference is a powerful indicator of how financial health directly correlates with overall well-being. The findings are clear. Financial wellness is a crucial determinant of overall well-being and life expectancy. Now, honestly, when I first read that, my mind was blown. Now, we all have our own opinion on life expectancy. You know, everyone has their own opinion. People research it, whether you're religious or not. Everyone has their own opinion of it. But what I found interesting is they're starting to bring credit scores into it. And that caught my eye. And honestly, my mind was blown when I read further in the article and they started to list the statistics. Now, there are always studies in relation to credit scores and credit cards. And there are studies literally with just about everything in life. And I found this one article interesting because they're actually listing the number of the credit scores, whether it's higher or lower than a certain credit score, and it can add 10 to 20 years on someone's lifespan. Now, we all have our own opinion about this, but I'm going to read into this further because they do mention some interesting things. So let's get right into it. A credit score is more than just a number. It's a measure of financial stability, opportunity, and health. High credit score communities tend to have better access to credit, lower interest rates, and more opportunities for home ownership and entrepreneurship. This creates a positive cycle that strengthens the local economy and improves the quality of life. Translation, more hope. In contrast, neighborhoods with lower credit scores often struggle with underinvestment, higher crime rates, and poorer health outcomes, issues that are exacerbated by the stress and the financial instability that lower credit scores represent. Now, as you can see, they're getting further into it and they're listing the reasons why. They're beginning to list the reasons why. If you notice, when they said lower credit scores, they mentioned high crime and basically a less quality of life. And when they mentioned the higher credit scores, they mentioned things like having opportunity to credit and invest in and being able to get a house and things like that. Now, we all know there are certain things that can happen in life where basically it doesn't matter if you're poor or if you're wealthy, those things can happen to you. So that's why I found this article interesting, but I'm sharing it with you all because it was an article that was posted and it was a study, so we're going to get further into it. The national average credit score recently hit 695, the highest in 13 years, thanks in part to the financial reprieve provided by the COVID-19 pandemic stimulus measures. However, this average masks significant disparities. In states like Mississippi, where the average credit score is as low as 666, the impacts of low financial health are felt most acutely. These communities often lack the resources and opportunities to improve their financial situation, trapping residents in a cycle of poverty and poor health. Mississippi has the lowest credit average and median credit score in America, and Minnesota has the highest in the nation at 742. And this has a direct effect on one's level of hope, quote unquote, how you're living, and literally how long you live. Specifically, a difference of about 100 to 150 points in average credit scores between neighborhoods that are geographically close, for example, just 15 minutes apart, can correlate with the 20-year difference in life expectancy. If you live in a 500 credit score neighborhood, you are more likely than not to live to 61 on average. And if you live in a 700 credit score neighborhood, that will average lifespan extends to 81 years on average. If you live in a 500 credit score neighborhood, whether it be black and white urban or poor white rural, here's what you see. A check cashier next to a payday lender, next to a car title lending store, next to a rent-to-own store, next to liquor store, and a church down the street, trying to make you feel just a little bit better once a week. This is why we must focus on raising credit scores by average of 100 points in these undeserved communities, whether they are predominantly black and brown urban areas or white rural ones. Now, honestly, I find that interesting. There's a lot to unwrap there. And they started listing numbers. Like I stated, they mentioned the 500 credit score areas, and then they mentioned the 700 credit score areas, and they mentioned that race necessarily doesn't play a part. And I just find this whole article interesting because they're trying to drive a point home. And the point that they're trying to drive home is that people who have poor credit need to increase their credit scores. Now, you all out there are going to have an opinion on this, and that's why I'm bringing this video to the forefront. And if you ask me, this is a very polarizing topic because there are a lot of you who are watching and who will watch this video who don't believe in credit scores. You believe that credit scores aren't good and that they're unfair. And then there are other people who are going to watch this video and you're pro credit scores. You more than likely have a credit score that's in the 700s or 800s. So you're pro credit scores and you're for credit scores and the benefits that come along with them. So I want to hear from all of you in the comment section below after this video is over with. Let me know where you stand. Don't comment on this video until the video is over with, because I know some of you'll see the first part or the middle part of the video and then you'll comment and then you won't watch the end. So you'll make an assumption on my behalf, which is often wrong, instead of watching the full video so you can see my full opinion. But let's get further into the article. It says, there's a clear path forward to achieving this change. Communities should rally together to teach financial literacy at the earliest possible level in schools and wherever you find our kids. Combine this financial literacy teaching with an aspirational moment, like you showing up as a guest instructor and wearing whatever professional gear that you wear to work, and presto, kids also have a living role model example of who they could be when they grow up. That used to be called home economics class where I grew up. More powerfully, you, local government leaders and business leaders, should partner together to attack this community-wide problem. Coaching up individuals, communities, and zip code areas near you with credit scores in the 500s. Your goal should be 100-point increase over a 12 to 18 month period. The easiest lift and the early success here is for individuals to send a letter to the 3 credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, a partner of Operation Hope, challenging items that you and others identify as errors on your credit report. Well, that's just not me or mine typically qualifies. The Fair Credit Reporting Act states that if they cannot confirm the item or items, then they must remove them within 30 days. When errors get removed like this, which happens often with my team of coaches, you can see an easy and quick 20 to 30 point credit score increase on your credit report. Think about what that early win does to your confidence and self-esteem. It's finally working for you then, versus working on you or against you. And while organizations like mine are here to help, you can also download easy-to-use tools and do much of this yourself. Now, there's like 3 paragraphs left in the article. I'm going to let you all click on the link after this video and go check it out for yourself. They talk about the importance of improving your credit scores and ways you could do it. As you see with that last paragraph, the person who did the study, they were mentioning how it's important to help people increase their credit score at least 100 points, especially if they are in that 500 credit score range. And you know, that's what comes down to me having this YouTube channel, getting on here and educating people. I'm someone who came from a 500 credit score and worked my way up to the 800s. I recently did a live interview with Cesar Joel over at this channel, and he actually went from the 400s to the 800s. And I just want to continue to inspire people to let them know that you can go from poor credit to good or excellent credit. It's not an impossible feat. You actually can do it. And this article is interesting because it mentions the life expectancy and things like that. But in the grand scheme of things, it basically is saying that usually when your credit score is higher, you usually have more opportunities, which usually leads to a better quality of life. And that's important for people overall, especially in this country with how things are right now from an economic standpoint. So I'm always going to encourage people to work towards good and excellent credit. I know some of you, you're not fans of credit scores. If you're not a fan of credit scores or credit cards, you're honestly on the wrong channel, because that's what this channel is about. But for those of you who are interested in increasing your credit score, or at least maintaining your credit score, let's say you already have an excellent or a good credit score and you just want to maintain it, this is the channel for you. This is why I make these videos. This is why I share these news articles. And this is why I continue to come out with these content and bring these live interviews of people who help you with budgeting, help you with knowing about credit cards, as well as going from poor credit to excellent credit. This is why I do it. That's my main reason for getting on YouTube and teaching you all about credit cards and credit scores. But as I stated, the article by Time Magazine is going to be in the description box, and I want you all to check it out. Just click on the link below and it'll take you right there. It's a 5-minute read, so check it out. It's a pretty interesting article, but I want to know you all's opinion. So comment below and let me know your opinion on this video and the article. Leave your opinion, because I know this is a polarizing topic. But if you're new around here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil, Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video because I post often. Also, this goes to every single one of you, whether you're a subscriber or not. Be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of supporting this channel. It lets the algorithm know that you support this video as well as this channel. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. This is Water Your Soil. Don't be afraid to share this video. And I'm out. Hold on. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right? In the description box below, I always tell people, check out the description box below for extra resources from Water Your Soil. Part of the description box also showcases my book that I have. I have a book. It's been out for a while now. It's been out for years. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. The book is available. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. Most online bookstores have the book. And the book is basically about how FICO credit scoring works. Once you understand how FICO credit scoring works, you're pretty much on your way to helping yourself build, develop, and maintain a good credit score. So check the book out whenever you get a chance.